Ice Cube, Man on Ice, Soul on Ice, Eldridge Cleaver, right? The Soul on Ice become a Soul on Fire. A Creasy Bear, it's a bear flip. The bear is Sugar Bear. Sugar Bear is Suge Knight. Suge Knight clicked up with the Black Panther. The Black Panther was T'Challa. T'Challa called for the Gorilla Clan for assistance. The Gorilla Clan chief didn't want nothing to do with it, right? Until he seen that shit was real. So then now T'Challa get the help from the Gorilla Clan. Tupac get a knock. He did it at an elementary school. Back to basics. We gonna need guerrilla tactics. Machiavelli, a knock from the Prince to Niccolo Machiavelli to a knockback on a comparative analysis.
So now you're speaking
right?
of the East Coast, West Coast beef right now, right?
Right. I'm going into that because Biggie was Sitting Bull. That means he got to take the punishment but don't say nothing. He got to take the verbal abuse in order for the science to bounce off him and he to show that he don't got nothing to do with it for real. So when you read the FBI files, you're going to find JDL in all of the FBI files, calling them, extorting them. And then Biggie gave the skit where they you get the phone call and they was like, "You dead, motherfucker, you dead." And he was like, straight up, dude. You remember that skit?
Slightly, yeah.
And he was like, you soft, dude. This is what they was doing. They did the same thing to Michael Jackson. But who are these people?
From my information, isn't it true that the real Michael Jackson actually died in the 80s and they buried him at his park?
No.
Okay.
Michael Jackson got set on fire and he was burnt up. That's why he kept having plastic surgery after plastic surgery.
Right.
Those was reconstructive surgeries from being burnt up.
See, from my sources, I had that after that happened, after he got set on fire, he actually did die. And then they actually buried him at his park. And then some kid and his dog at the park they had this video about how some kid and his dog, the dog was digging up something at the park and they ended up finding Michael Jackson's body or his black body.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, it might have been some what do they call it, conspiracy bullshit, but you know how that go.
Yeah, everything I know he did get burnt up on the Pepsi set and he needed a whole bunch of plastic surgeries.
Yeah, the background for the plastic surgery is that they used that one kid that Michael Jackson was training. They used him. Yeah, they used him as the new Michael Jackson, and they were giving him plastic surgery to look like Michael Jackson. But then it went south, and then it just became, But
that's not exactly what happened. David is Michael Jackson's identity with no makeup on.
Okay.
The kid that they were talking about was David. David is not the same adult that was on Larry King. Okay. If you watch the Larry King interview, don't look at the screen and just listen. You're gonna hear Michael Jackson talking every time David started talking.
Okay.
They tried to kill Mike.
Oh yeah. Plenty of time.
Do you know who his security was?
Suge Knight, wasn't it?
Nope.
Who?
Nation of Islam.
Oh wow. Okay. That makes a lot of sense because they're pretty militarily adequate for that.
Mm-hmm. When what's that guy name? The old Jew that was working with Eazy-E, you remember Jerry Heller? Jerry Heller was stealing Eazy-E money, and he discovered it. Who did he call in for security?
I'm assuming Nation of Islam.
Nation of Islam.
Okay.
When Ice Cube left and went to New York and did that album with Chuck D, who did he make connections with?
Nation of Islam.
Nation of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
When Suge Knight was at the awards, the only person that could tell him what to do was Mustafa Muhammad. Why he ain't give him no problem? It's Nation of Islam. It's only one group of people on the land that can get into every community and communicate with us on every level. The only tribe that can rival the the growth and development nation is the Nation of Islam in sheer numbers. They the best organized on the land, most educated, and most ready for the shift. It goes deeper. When Tupac was in the hospital, who was in security?
Nation of Islam.
Nation of Islam. Both times. So the wise man is what a wise man does. If a man does wise things, he becomes recognized as a wise man. And Farrakhan is a wise man because he made some wise moves. You knew who he was up against. A few of you in a few smoke-filled rooms, calling yourself the mainstream while the masses of poor, black, white, red, and brown are suffering. Right? Remember? And it was on a Tupac album. Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture.
Is the Nation of Islam, are they sovereign?
So, it ain't about skin color. It ain't about religious preference. It's not about political preference. It's about your. So, I'm sitting out here in the sun, getting some solar rays. Do some invites. Just not really a video with a particular topic. I'm just out here hanging out with my canines in the backyard. My real dogs, my closest road dogs. They go where I go. They do what I do. They watch my back. People think that they don't automatically just start eating people that they friendly. Yeah. Well, the thing about dogs is they friendly until you cross the motherfucker that they bonded with. That's loyalty. As long as you don't bother they people, they ain't gonna bother you. You know, they love their human. So I'm gonna go in here. Maybe I don't know. Maybe just talk a little dog breeds or something that don't got nothing to do with nothing in reality, just to get the energy flowing through the body and the sun. You know. So I'm gonna run through these invites. I ain't in no hurry to get done with them today. I got a little charge on my phone, and I don't plan on being on here a really long time anyway. But if y'all have any questions on any topic while I'm talking, just shoot that question at me. Your preacher couldn't answer it. Your priest couldn't answer it. Or your imam couldn't answer it. You know, if I can't answer it, I can tell you who can. That's crazy. But and other than that, I'll be focused on me and my dogs. You know, because some people don't realize the real eyes see the real lies. And that's just the way it is. So, a little short video to introduce my dogs to the world. We be doing some traveling soon, I guess. Relocating or something. Yeah. Got this snake pit. All these people in the snake pit. How y'all doing? And so, I'm out here just seeing what it's like out in the sun. You see my watcher over there in the corner? You see her back there? That's Onyx, Black Onyx. Now let's talk about onyx. What is an onyx? An onyx is a particular type of stone. Everybody know about indigo child, but don't nobody know what an onyx child is. I'm an onyx child. Tupac an onyx child. Biggie was an onyx child. Still is. Um, we were born one generation before what we overlap actually, but it started the generation before your indigo children. And the onyx stone got special powers in that the onyx stone can heal and protect. So that's onyx, black onyx right there, sitting over my right shoulder. Now, right here by me, this is my buddy. That's Zero. His whole name is Zero Mystical Astral Blade. So when I go to spiritual warfare and y'all be wondering, besides Bishop who with me, y'all already know, he be reading that shit like clockwork. Then Mr. Stubbs, he laying over there. I'm going to flip the camera around and show y'all Mr. Stubbs. And this is Mr. Stubbs right here. He the newest addition to the clan. He only like 6, 7 months old, but I've been had him since he was 4 weeks. And then Bishop Bronx. And I'm going to show y'all Bishop Bronx. He going to come running around the corner. Bronx! This is Bishop Bronx. That's my boy. Everybody love Bronx. Okay, so his name is Bishop Bronx Black Magic. Mr. Stubbs right here, his name is the Black Priest Mr. Stubbs. And I already told y'all Onyx. Now, when I name my dogs, flip the camera back around. When I name my dogs, males get 4 names, females get 3. The 3 represents Trinity, and the 4 represents Foundation. And my male dogs, the Foundation is protection and guard. And my female dogs is more for like a watcher, overseer, and they watch the perimeter. So if we two on a walk and all of them off the leash, Onyx will take the lead automatically. And the boys will run between me and her. So you have to know how the wolf pack work to understand the nature of the dog. The dog, known as man's best friend, earned that name. They earned that name for several different reasons, because when we was under the curse, certain people weren't allowed to have loyalty. Loyalty couldn't be between humans with these people because they was righteous, living in an unrighteous world, so they had to always be in opposition. And so as a result, they was given dogs, an attachment to dogs, because they would have a volatile life of struggle and loneliness and betrayal. So betrayal is the reason why the dog is the man's best friend. Another reason the dog is man's best friend is because when them Babylonian tyrants dropped off all them innocent people over there in them hills, and we couldn't find none of the Earth Guardian wolves, they was over there trying to heal up all those sick people. And that's what got our attention to them, because they used sulfur instead of carbon in order to create them under the radar. Had they been using the carbon, it would have automatically triangulated with melanin and serotonin, and it would have shot a signal straight to mama, and she would have been on it immediately. But the sulfur gave the signature of something that was not human. So the result is the smell of the dog, sulfuric. Think on that for a minute. The smell of the dog is sulfuric. They say hell is stoked with fire and brimstone, but when you look up the brimstone, you'll know that it's coals that's been smothered in sulfur. And that's to cause it to have a more intense heat and a stronger burn. Okay, so then when we look at what else the dog is, the Native American, like I did one last night, I said the black dog and the great father. And then I went into a thing on that last night, and I think it was last night, and I tried to introduce everybody to Bronx. So I sit out here with my dogs today, try to get me some light, and the minute I'm gonna get moving, I had to go take me a nap because this mortal body is still evolving upward. which is fine with me. As long as I get where I'm going, they can't do nothing about it. And so I look around, and it's a pretty nice day, you know. People had things to celebrate, and they don't even know. They're not even aware of it, you know. So, yeah, pretty nice day. Every now and then, people think they know solutions to what's best for you. They don't even know you, but they know the solution, right? And they be around you all the time, but they don't know you. And that's where all of these people go wrong is they don't get to know who they're dealing with, and they don't get to, you know, learn to trust the heart of the person that's giving freely and voluntarily without coercion. And that is one of those things that we have to look into too in our personal lives is how is it that we can live in a house with somebody for 30 years and don't even know who the hell we living with? Don't even know. You got a clue. Because we so self-centered these days that we try to like run things for us and we disregard the other person. They're there for our own selfish needs. They're not there for unification. They're there for subjugation. They're there for you to control, dominate, oppress, and put them down. But some of us ain't quite like everybody else. When you think you doing all that, they doing alchemy on your ass because you're going to feel the heat when the alchemy start to well up in you because, you know, as the righteous, they like to do stuff for an effect. And when they do it in a particular manner. The term is figurative. It says stick it in, make it hurt, break it off. Stick it in, make it hurt, break it off. When we got these bad relationships, these toxic relationships of these people who claim that they love us and all they doing is sucking our life force, stick it in, break it off, make it hurt. And at that point, you have to stick to your guns. You can't go back because then you cursing yourself and you don't even know it. You have to stick it in, break it off, make it hurt. Give it to them hard. I don't want to be bothered with your punk ass no more. Get the fuck away from me. Period. Nothing else to talk about. We done. That's how you do it. And so I learned that from one of the best people on my journey I ever met. I had forgot what it was for. So at the time when it happened, I couldn't figure out like what the hell is this? Because you figure that somebody good to you, you good to them, y'all working well together. But when you get complacent where you at, you get to the point where you can't quite feel comfortable, but you don't want to take that leap. Take that motherfucking leap. Don't stay in misery for nobody, because nobody is more valuable to you than you, because you can't do nothing for nobody else if you don't do nothing for yourself. You got two types of selfishness. You got constructive selfishness and destructive selfishness. Constructive selfishness is putting yourself in the best position where you can help the most people. Destructive selfishness is only getting what you want. Fuck everybody else. Me, my, I. You motherfuckers can't keep doing that shit. That's enough of that. We not gonna allow people to just keep sucking other people's life blood out of them without telling them the remedy and the recourse. So once you know what it is, you got to do what you got to do. And not only that, people think that they so out cold that the righteous ain't gonna never wake up to their bullshit. That's crazy. They think that the righteous ain't gonna never wake up to their games and their shenanigans. Keep going. And we have to keep going. We can't stop. Can't take a break. This motherfucking marathon, it's going to be a cakewalk, but it ain't over. The marathon still continues. So as we struggle for this liberation of the righteous, we got to know how to stabilize ourselves in these toxic relationships that we are blinded by the systemic relationship structure into believing that this is normal. That shit ain't normal. It's not normal for people to look at other people as a means to their ends for their selfishness, their greed, and their self-centered pursuits. That's not normal. That's not right, and that's not correct. When you deal with other people, you deal with people how you want to be dealt with. The golden rule is all over the world in every religion, but they say it a different way. If you can't deal with people the way that they deal with you, then you need to go into seclusion until you can find yourself. Some of us can't stand to be lonely long enough to find ourselves. You're not lonely for somebody outside yourself. All your loneliness is inside. Because all alone, all it means is all one. Focus on self. Draw the energy in. Stop projecting it out. You're going one way with your energy. That's not proper energy conservation. And a relationship is a two-way circuit. It's an AC, not a DC. Alternating current, not a direct current. A relationship don't feed one side. A relationship feed back and forth. Oscillation is the term. Oscillation, back and forth. Yes. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. Yes, all of that. The golden rule. But if you have people that don't honor that when you do, they don't have your interest nor your greatest good at heart. So you can't allow them to continue to subjugate you and suffocate you in this false reality that they constructed around us to trap a God in a body. We already know this is not going to last. It's over. The games is over. And so men have to learn how to be men again, and we have to heal the women that we allow these tyrants to hurt, and these children can be raised in a manner in which we can eliminate the issue at the root. See, they start at the babies with this stuff, giving them, they separate boys, they put boys and girls in the class together, but then they don't really know how to teach them how to interact with the opposite sex. This caused all kind of problems between the genders. The whole structure of education is wrong. It's designed to oppress your mind. It's designed to put you in a mental box. They start to dominate you in kindergarten by putting a group of kids in front of an adult that does nothing to enhance their growth in truth. The only purpose of an adult, the way that the school system is set up now, is a control measure. It's putting the president over the Senate. It's putting the president over the Senate. The way that it's designed, all the kids learn, at least by the 5th, 6th grade, that they have to submit to this artificial authority that they call it the teacher in this four-wall teaching method that's designed to trap the mind. They trapping the mind in there the way that they're using the educational system. We're supposed to use step-down education. We're not supposed to use four-wall rote curriculum. What is rote curriculum? Rote curriculum is that stuff that you write, read and write in arithmetic the way they do it, where they teach you so slow you can't comprehend. Everybody think that they teaching you fast and you can't comprehend, but it's exactly the opposite. They teach you slow to slow your mind down. And it's the same thing with the relationships. So you just have to learn how to find your power in yourself, raise yourself up. Don't have no apologies for being you, because you beautiful who you are, where you are. You wonderful in yourself. Be the best self you can be, and anybody that's not on board with it, they can kick rocks. You know, like people don't notice the difference. They hear say, ain't nobody gonna use me. You hope somebody use you. You just hope they don't misuse you. It's a difference. To use something is to use it in its proper context. To misuse something is to use it out of context or abusively. That's misuse. Use is to use it in its proper context. And so we have to realize these things as we start to grow out of these shells, these motherfucking cocoons that we in. We gonna be some shit that y'all not sure that y'all remember, but it's coming back to you vaguely. So I hope in here y'all find some keys to power, to strengthen your heart and to determine your mind to not allow people to use you for a doormat, a stepping stool, or a punching bag. That's not what you deserve. You better than that. So I don't have much else to discuss now. I just had to get out here in the sun, and since I was out here, I would have figured it'd be a good time to go live. So pretty much done. Yeah. So y'all keep your head up, find your inner strength, and you won't have to worry about searching for external strength. Find your true value, and you won't have to worry about anybody trying to demean you because you'll know what you're worth. Once you know what you're worth, it changes. It eliminates the 7 deadly sins and it embraces the 7 holy virtues. They are the balance. The 7 deadly sins are eliminated by the 7 holy virtues. Look them up and you'll know what they are. And you can then match them up. And then you can learn how to get that evil, wicked shit they put in us out. We have to get past that. We have to grow. We have to spread our wings. So I hope y'all found some inspiration in that and some purpose and direction. I'm going to go here and get me something to drink in the house and probably hang out with the dogs out here a little bit after that. So y'all keep y'all head up. Know I'm with y'all. Y'all not alone. We ain't playing no games. The conquest is undisputable. All of the cards is gonna come crumbling down on every one of those that oppose the sons of the righteous. Just know that. Everybody waited on one motherfucker. Well, y'all got what y'all waited on. Now watch how y'all see movement. Movement. So keep growing, keep going, and the marathon continues. And I love everybody. Peace. You're welcome.
A lot of shit. Alter DNA code, interrupt the secretions from all of the organs. It's just designed to poison you, basically. And they got people convinced with their pseudoscience that the real science is the pseudoscience. I don't understand it. You right. We get the 300. We ain't got it right now. We ain't got to worry about it until we ain't got no choice. Including me. Including me. I ain't want no parts of this shit. But if I'm, cause I know me, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do this shit. Mm-hmm. Or I'm not gonna, I don't want to, if you're not gonna get out of my way and just let me do this shit, leave me the fuck alone.
How'd you feel?
Right? So they got out of my way. I went through each piece of the information, showed you who came to the land, when they came, how they came, who came with them, showed you what we did in response to it, told you what their law said. I told you what our law say. I matched that shit up, showed you the difference in the two. We got the motherfucking de jure position. They got the de facto position. They lost, we won, it's over.
Okay, so far as the system goes, like, it's still like playing out. So how can we go about, like, you know?
Separation from the system is what we're trying to separate from.
Okay.
Go back to the family, organize the family structure. That's all. As y'all do that, y'all gonna start seeing everybody else tribing up. Fuck their system. Fuck they vote.
I've been saying.
Fuck they CGI presidential motherfucking shit on the TV. All that smoke and mirrors. Shit over with. I done showed them where I already told them I had the blood and the right to reclaim the land and to give and put everything back where it belonged. I don't look. I'm not power hungry. I don't want no power. Responsibility is heavy when you got great power.
I know that's right.
Right, heavy is the head that wear the crown. Nigga, I don't want that shit. That's why I'd rather have feathers on my head.
Shit, I'm collecting mine right now. Man. It's just a lot that our people don't know, and it's annoying sometimes, you know, that they so indoctrinated and so, you know, stuck.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to accept, but it's going on. They giving me a countdown, 30 seconds. They're about to end this video.
Okay.
But I appreciate you coming on. All the people that came on, spread the word, share the video. I done showed these motherfuckers. I done already claimed this shit back for the people organic to the
It's
land.
about time, right? It's about time, fam.
Waking up, but now this shit putting them back to sleep. They playing on your emotions. It ain't got nothing to think past that shit. Don't get stuck in how you feel. You supposed to fucking feel that way. If it was out of context, then it would be understandable. It's in context. You feel exactly how you're supposed to feel according to the oppression distributed. If you feel the way you feel, they can do what the fuck they want to do in the name of making it right to you. They can't make this shit right. It ain't got nothing to do with them white folks. This is a war that it had nothing to do with us, the indigenous people of this land. But when they wait till the king go to sleep, to that, and then these motherfuckers come in with that bullshit and try to steal the house from the babies. This is eviction, motherfucker. This is eviction. You motherfuckers need to know the difference between a Zionist Moor and a Noble Drew Ali Moor scientist. We scientists first, motherfuckers. We will dissect this shit. But it wasn't a scientific matter. It was historical. The secret was historical. So I had to study history as a scientist. I found it. All they shit laid bare. So when you thinking what ascension is, you like turning into some ghost and drifting off into the sunset and you gonna live forever in this. Look, you here to train, balance yourself out so you can learn how to be a star in the solar system. Your consciousness is infinite. That means that your knowledge has to be infinite if you tap into your consciousness. I had to do all this shit mortal-wise. That means I can't use everything I want to use to get these motherfuckers out of here. I was restricted by the rules of the game. They created rules to a game that if the people was ever to get free, I had to do it as a mortal, regular, average Joe. Because would nobody believe you can walk through this shit in the sin? Nobody don't believe that shit. They believe they gotta pray to Jesus, Buddha, and Muhammad. Fuck them niggas. Where they at? Don't tell me no Jesus shit. And right now we in a fucking crisis. Jesus ain't showed up yet. Last I seen, he said, I can't help you with this one. I ain't got enough blood for that. How many motherfucking Jesus you gotta, how many communions you gotta take to eat a whole fucking Jesus? Your cannibal practice. In the Vatican, every time they hold communion in the church. It's a reminder so we don't forget what the fuck they did. So we can put this shit back together. This salat ain't got nothing to do with praying. It got something to do with vibrating with the frequency of the planet. But they had to leave it in there. They can't take it all. They can strip it down and distort it, but they can't take it away. As long as they keep these women in these emotional, jealous fits, they can't ascend like that. That's called chaos order, not order out of chaos. That's chaos order. That means systematic chaos, organized chaos. You create that shit. So when I say I love you, but fuck your feelings is the anchor. That's that invisible chain around your neck. How you fucking feel. Nigga, run out there and get fucking killed.